to cover. Now this is yet another, yet another block that we are plugging into the entire framework of our training. So because there were some topics that came out of the logical sequence, all right, just for that, I'm reading out, the topics that we've already covered. So there is a connectivity in terms of this, and you understand where this gets plugged in. So we started with Venkat Reddy sir talking about the opportunities that exist in the for startups, right? Then we had Padma Kumar who told about the ecosystem. So that's the logical sequence. Even if you want to get into entrepreneurship, you need to know what are the opportunities. You also need to understand the ecosystem. Then once again, sir gave a detailed session on funding opportunities. So you need to know where you can go for in terms of raising the funds. After which there was idea generation, which I handled. Then Padma Kumar again handled idea evaluation and validation. And then we had market research, which was the topic that I covered. And that's the progression. So if you want to get into any business plan, if you want to get into this startup, that's the sequence. You generate ideas, you validate, you evaluate, you do market research. Then you have marketing approach, you have financial management, then you have the business model canvas, which we're going to do right now, then the business plan, and then the pitch deck. Okay? So if you follow the sequence in terms of the schedule that has been given, you understand that better. But the topics that got covered moved because of the schedule and the timelines that we had. Alright? So right now we're going to discuss business model canvas. What was Padma Kumar's session? What did he handle? Don't look at your notes. Huh? No, I'm talking about the previous session. Business plan. Okay, so let us quickly see what is business model canvas. Alright? It's a technical term. I hope we understand what business model canvas is. So first we'll qualify what is business model, then we'll qualify what is a canvas. Alright? Not canvas shoes. So business model. Business model describes the rationale, okay, or it describes how an organization creates, delivers and captures value. That's as simple as it is. So any business model follows the same framework. What is the framework? It follows the framework of what an organization creates, what it delivers and how it captures the value. So for all of you entrepreneurs in the making, if you have a startup, you will be pursuing the same line of action. You will create, you will deliver and you will capture value. Okay. Now, all those red words on the slide, very, very important in terms of what you generate, what you deliver and what you get back in terms of your the value addition that you bring to the table. Is this understood? So this is what we understand as the business model. A pictographic representation of the same definition is happening right here. So this is the business model. Right? Let's take a lemonade stand. Somebody is selling lemonade. Okay? Thanda lemonade. So that's what is getting created. This product or service is being delivered through a lemonade stand, like a kiosk or a bandi or whatever you want to call it. There customers will purchase, they will pay for this, and that is what you get captured in terms of currency. This is the value exchange that is happening right here. So the value exchange proposition here and the service delivery over here. So service or product delivery is at the top. You understand? So this is the business model. All businesses follow the same model. Is that clear? Some are a little more complicated, but the traditional business model is understood right here. Is it clear? Hello? Yes. Very good. You are alive. Yes. For a minute I was thinking. Did you eat the cake outside? No? I ate such a big cake. तुम लोग क्या खाओगे? सब तो मैं ही खा गया. I ate more cake than I should. It was a good cake, man. Anyway, for those of you who have had the cake, there should be a lot of energy flowing through you. For those who didn't eat, I can give you some excuse, but not otherwise. So we understand this model. So what on earth is business model canvas? ये क्या होता है? We understand what is business model. What is business model canvas? What is this? Any idea? A template. Okay, very close. A template. Okay. What else? What does the template do? What does it describe? What does it describe? The template describes what? Scenic beauty in Bagalkot. What is it described? Tell me. Business model canvas describes what? The business model, obviously. The template. What else will it describe? I don't know why you're thinking so hard. So, yeah. So please understand what it is, right? It is the tool that we use to analyze business models. Okay? Very simple. And if I were to give you a simpler definition of what it is a visual representation which highlights strategic factors in a business. So the template will highlight the strategic factors in a business. That's all the business model canvas does. So it gives you the entire process. Do you understand? Now I am a fan of this word called process. I really like this word, and I hope you can understand how important a process is. Okay? So I need maybe 1 or 2 volunteers. Volunteers means stand up men. Opportunity is coming your way. Grab it with both hands. Hello. Volunteers means stand up men. शादी नहीं करा रहा हूँ तुम लोग का. Don't worry. Get up. Huh? Who are the volunteers? I just want to prove something to you because I keep saying this continuously, and people may think, why does he speak? Because right from session 1, you must have heard me saying a lot about this. Yes. Dude, I got the game here. I need to choose, is it? You won't say. I need to choose, is it? Okay. There you go. Stand up. The lady there in the corner. What's your name? Maitri? And what's your name? Amulya. Amulya, yes, I remember Amulya yesterday. A for apple, right? Okay, so we're going to play this game. I think we all played this game as kids. Maybe, I don't know, Karnataka played this game or not, I don't know, but we played this game growing up, right? So the game is very simple. It's a number game. I hope you like numbers. So what's this game about? I can give 1 or 2. I can select either number 1 or number 2. When it's your turn, you can select number 1 or number 2. Ramulu, you can sit down, you can see what's happening, then we ask you to come for the game, right? You can stand, you can see, you're playing the game. Somebody give her a mic. Okay, so you understand what you have to do? I can select number 1 or number 2. When it comes to your turn, you can select once again number 1 or number 2. That's all. You can't select 3, 4, 5, 6. Whatever I select, next is your turn. Whatever you select, you have to add. So let's say I select 1 and it's your turn. You select 1. What do? Some of you played this game, right? There you go. Have you also played this game? You also played this game, huh? Then there's no fun. Anybody who not played this game? Yes. If you not played this game, then the game is real fun. Absolutely real fun. Who has not played this game? You not played this game? You also played this game, huh? Has everybody played this game? Then I don't want to waste time. Right? You understand why I'm playing this game? Why am I playing this game? Somebody who's not played this game, put your hands. Okay, stand up. You not played this game. Okay. Amulya, have you played this game? Yes. Then I go to you. You not played this game, stand up. Very good. So we can quickly see people who not played. You can sit down. For those who played this game, you know the entire thing, right? Yes. So what's your name? Gautam. Okay. After Gautam, what's your name? Shaheen. Okay. Shaheen. After Gautam. So we played just 2 rounds, right? for the benefit of those who have not played this game. So you understand the rules. I select one number, I'll give it to you, you select one number, and then we play back and forth, right? The objective is the one who gets 20 wins. The one who gets 20 is the winner, right? So if I say 1 and you say 1, then 1 plus 1 is 2, then it's my turn, I can say 1 more, then it's 3, like that we keep playing. Okay, that's very simple. So do you want to start or should I start? Okay. So I select 2. As the first number, I select 2. I can select 1 or 2, right? So 2 is my number. So 3, 2 plus 1 is 3, right? So 5, I select another 2. 6, I select 2, 8. 9, I select 2, 11. 12, I select 2, 14. 16, I select 1, 17. 19, I select 1, I win, 20. Alright? You want to play the game? You want to start? Should I start? You want to start? Start, play! This is just a game, yeah? I don't know why you people are so scared. Oh my god. 2. 2? 3. 3. 2. So 3 plus 2, add and tell me what is the number. 5. No, 5. 6.
2, 8.
9.
2, 11.
13.
2, 15.
17. Okay, I deliberately wanted to do that. Right? You won't win, don't worry. 17 again. Don't even try mathematics after that, right? I'll win again. Now, please note what happened. For him, he doesn't know the game. Some of you know the game. Sit up, stand. So, you don't know the game, right? So, I played the winning numbers. I followed a process. Now, see what happened over here? She doesn't know the game. She was actually on the right track. But guess what? She doesn't know the process, right? I know the process. So, I just flipped. I was adding 1, 1, 1. I flipped 2. She took 1 and I win once again, right? What is happening in this game? People who focus on winning don't win. People who focus on the process will win. It's the same with your entrepreneur. Focus on the process. A lot of times we want to win, right? We want to win. But the winning is a natural outcome of the process. That's what this business model canvas is all about. Just follow the process. If you follow the process, you will win. So navigate through the process, understand the process, and that's the end of this session, right? So, what are we doing in the process or in this model, in the business model canvas, right? So basically, what we are doing is we can create any number of business models using this particular framework. We can also analyze and give existing relevance to the business model that we bring to the table. There are 9 blocks to this. How many blocks? 9 blocks to this. So, what are the blocks? Repeat after me. You can't see this, so I'm just going to read out, so you can just repeat after me. The first one is value proposition. What is it? Not like that, with some energy. Value proposition. Then we have key activities and key partners. Loudly, man. Value proposition. अब आया दिल में करार. Key activities. Key partners. Key resources. Customer relations. Customer segment. Channels. Cost. Revenue. These are the 9 components. All your business models will need these 9 components. If you understand these 9 components, your business plan is a breeze. Your business model is understood. You have everything in place. It's like a jigsaw puzzle coming together. You understand? So we are going to give you this sheet of paper. It's a hard copy that you're going to get. Write down whatever business plan that you have planned to propose, right? Whatever you have in your mind. Use this sheet and list down. So write down your value proposition. Right at the center, this is value proposition. Write it down. What's your value proposition? Which means आपका product क्या, आपका service क्या value लेके आ रहा हो. ठीक है, लिखो उसमें. Then write down key activities. Okay? Key activities in terms of what are the things that you will do for this to happen. So marketing, advertising, whatever, right? So a whole bunch of things. You got to do all of that. Manufacturing, if you have to manufacture, if you have to get into partners, dealers, vendors, right? All of that association. So all the activities. Then who are your key partners? List them down. All of them coming here, this side, right? Key resources. Who are your key resources? Staff is a key resource, right? So many things that you need to answer in terms. So we'll see each of the 9 components, and we'll see what are the questions that follow these 9 components. Clear? Then you will write the customer relations that you need to maintain. By the way, today business is not business anymore. Business has changed color. Business today is all about relationships. So only those businesses will survive where they have better relationship with the market, with their customers. The rest are going to die a natural death. So if you don't build your relations with your customers, that's the end of your enterprise. So it's fatal for you. It's absolutely fatal. Don't even think about getting into any sort of business entrepreneurship without having the skill to maintain good relations. Then we have the segment, the channels to connect all of our business to these different segments, the cost factor and the revenue. Is that clear? So very, very important things happening our way. So here is the English version, not the technical version, the English version of the 9 components. Alright? How you help, what problems you solve is basically your value proposition. Does that make sense? Right? How you do it and what you have are your key activities and your key resources. Does that make sense? Who helps you are your key partners on this end of the canvas. On this end of the canvas, you have customer relationships in terms of how you interact with them. You have different channels, how they know you, and who you help, end users, the customer segment. All of this is balanced between cost and revenue. That's your business canvas, the business model canvas. Okay? So if you have quick 10 skills, you can jot down this, or if you've got a powerful mobile camera, you can take a picture. Alright? Some people are writing at the speed of light instead of taking a picture. Right? Anyway, you will get this light, you will get all of this, so don't worry. Okay? Okay? Photo flash. People have taken. One picture is enough, no? You have WhatsApp group. Anyway. So this is the business model canvas. Now let's see each of these things. So I'm moving from this end. Okay? The explanation part, I'm moving right from here. Your customer segment, and then I'm moving in like this to involve all of this. So the first one is customer segment. Right? Where am I? Yeah. Customer segment. Which customers and users are you going to serve? That's your first question. So you need to know what is the business and who the customers are to whom you're going to deliver this. Very, very simple. Now, what are the questions? These are the questions. Who are we solving the problem for? Who are the people that will use this value proposition? Are they another business, like if it's B2B, right? So are they another business? What is the nature and characteristics of those business, right? Or are they other people, like they are customers? They're not a business house, they're a customer. So who are they? Does the value proposition appeal to only men or women? Also, what is the age group? Are we targeting toddlers? Are we targeting specific, like the girl child only? So you have all these questions that you will necessarily need to answer for this part of the canvas to come through, which is the segment, right? Then we have the second one, value proposition. Very important and probably the heart of this entire canvas sheet, the value proposition. Because what is going to be offered needs to have good value for you to charge make money, and for them to be interested. If there's no value, there's absolutely nothing happening. And friends, let me tell you, a very young age you have, please be careful about what you take for granted, what you are very careless about, and what you value the most. Okay? This is for our day-to-day life. It's a life skill. I am not sure if this is a true story again, but it is attributed to J.R.D. Tata, so I'm going to use the same story with J.R.D. Tata. I don't know if it was some other person, but J.R.D. Tata had a friend who J.R.D. Tata found using these plastic pens. And this fellow was also as a business leader. So J.R.D. Tata tells this guy, you at your position you should be using a good pen, not these plastic pens. So he tells J.R.D. Tata, I keep losing my pens. So a costly pen is going to be very costly if I lose. So J.R.D. Tata suggests and says, buy the most expensive pen you can get your hands on and see what happens. 6 months down the line he meets him and says, have you lost your pen? So he says, no. You know what? I don't know what happened. I completely changed, man. I didn't lose the pen. So J.R.D. Tata tells, you have not changed. You're the same person. All that has happened is you have now got a very, very costly pen. You understand the value behind the pen. That's why you're not losing it. What you value, you will never be careless about. If you value your health, you take care of it, right? If you value money, you know where to spend, where not to spend. If you value time, you won't waste it. If you value your careers, you won't take it careless. If you value entrepreneurship, you'll value this training. Right? I'm making it a little too personal, but I hope you get the message. You understand? So carelessness is, if you have to understand, things that we don't ascribe value to. Our business proposition, our business model is all based on what value we bring to the customer. If what we are bringing to the table has no value, no relevance, then it's a flop show right from the start. Mahesh Bhatt movie. Okay. Right. Some questions for the value proposition. What is the problem that I am solving? Okay. At the same time, why should someone, want this problem to be solved? What is the necessity? I want to solve this problem, but somebody else really need to solve this problem. Or am I all getting tipsy and, I'm all excited about my discovery? At the same time, what are the underlying motivators for this particular problem? And each of these questions will give you a lot of detail to jump into the value proposition. Okay? Moving along. This is in terms of the channels, right? So what are the distribution channels? So let's say that you have 2 or 3 geographical segments. The geographical segments, your customers are predominantly in the west and south of the country. So how do you connect all these people? How do they know about you? What are you going to do? And there are some questions that you will obviously ask. What social media am I going to leverage? Right? What email marketing am I going to do? Is there some SEM, right? Or SEO, search engine marketing or search engine optimization? Do I get into affiliates? Should I hire a PR team? What is social advertising? All these things you need to understand to make your presence known to people who are your market segment. How do you connect with them? How do you distribute your products or services to them? Moving along, customer relations. Very important once again, if you don't have a relationship, your customers will not have a relationship with you. So they will go to somebody who is giving better relationship. By the way, friends, everybody is in the business of giving products and services. Everybody is. But the people who give the best relationship are the people who survive in the market. I'm not saying I'm not 100%. Mostly, that's the trend. So please develop relationships. Also, there are some questions that you need to answer in terms of how you're going to maintain these relationships. Is it going to be in person? Are you going to use third parties? Is it going to be online or offline? Will you create some events to connect with your customers? Whatever the entire paraphernalia be. And then we have yet another model, yet another component coming in this model, the revenue streams. So how are you going to generate this revenue? I told you some pricing strategies in the session that we had just before lunch. I hope you remember. You can use any of those sessions. It could be sales, pay-per-view, free for service, right? and then you are generating money through ads, fixed rate, subscriptions, referrals fees, premiums. There's a whole list going on. So just look it up and you can understand where we stand. The next one is key resources. So who are your resources, right? Office space, computers, people, internet, vehicles, electricity. Be as specific as you can. Detail everything down. Because all of these things are not coming for free. Even the Wi-Fi router will cost you. So you need to put as detailed as the business canvas can list. You know what your costs that you're going to involve. Cost is going to come in a short while from now. And then you have key activities. So what are the key activities that you bring? Now it depends on the business. So whatever, if it's agri-based or if it is IoT-based or if it is technology-based, whatever, right? Different businesses will have different activities that will get clubbed and involved with. In addition to this, we also have key partners. So who are your partners? Once again, business dependent, depending on the type of business, the startup idea that you come, your partners will be varying. But you need to know your partners, you need to know what your business is dependent on. Cost structure. What is the resulting cost? What elements will drive your cost? Most of the time, the overheads will be very expensive. The startup funding is required, like Padma Kumar just mentioned. You may start off bootstrapped, take money from family and friends, but you need to plug in all of these things in terms of your working capital, legal fees, advertisement fees, overheads, salaries, all of these things, right? Be as detailed. I've written overheads, but overheads again, they will break into so many other components. So please be as particular as you can. It helps you with your business model canvas. So can you see all of the components have come together? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the business model canvas for you right there. So we'll give you a sheet. Yes, we'll give you a sheet, and then you can use this sheet for your advantage in writing down every little detail. Clear? I'm just going to give you one example, or two examples. So we have the lemonade stand and mushroom cultivation. Two examples, and these are business model canvases that got developed for these businesses. Okay? So here is the lemonade stand. What is the value proposition? Tasty lemonade on the go. Right? Who are your customers? Park visitors. How are you going to make this possible? Through website or through a booth that you open near the park. What are the activities? Making the lemonade, marketing and selling. What are the key resources? Ingredients, salespeople, booth and equipment. Who are your partners? Municipality. Right? Maybe park authority. If it's a private park, you need to take the permission to sell outside. Right? How are you going to maintain relations? Make it as personal as possible because it's a kiosk. So people walk up to your kiosk and then they drink, and probably these are the same people who come to the park on a daily basis to have their morning walk or to do some exercise. So you develop a personal relationship and a bond with them. How would you get your revenue? Through lemonade sales if they give tips. And what is the cost? Ingredients, equipment, the flyers, the posters that you go, salaries and commissions that you have to give. Whatever, if there's a regulatory fee you have to pay to open the stall, that will also come included. So all of this is the business model canvas for a lemonade stand. Let's see quickly what is the value proposition for this. So they've divided these mushrooms into products as well as services. So in the products, there are some things that are coming up in terms of fresh oyster mushrooms, processed oyster mushrooms, and other catering such as smoothies and snacks. So they have different verticals. In the service, oyster mushroom supply, healthy cooking classes. Right? So it's a business that has many different things to offer, and their business model canvas has all these activities: procurement of raw material, production, right? Marketing, service. Hey, I have. Thank you. I have. Thank you. Right? All of these. At the same time, who are your partners? Suppliers, retailers, So if you just see this picture at a snapshot, like somebody said, it's a template. This template can help you navigate your entire business and the key strategic factors for this business. It will give you a snapshot of what you need to do and how you need to go about your business plans. Once you have this, it's a breeze to write your business plan. I'm sure you've submitted your business plans, all of you, haven't you? Alright? For want of time and sequence of the thing, because they have to go to the evaluatory committee, I'm sure you've written. I'm also sure, had this been known to you, maybe you would have written your business plan a little different in the components that you included. But all is not lost, you know it now. So you can think about how to edit your business plan, make it more robust if you're really going all the way in terms of putting this business plan into a startup. Right? So that finishes the session, friends. This particular sheet is going to come where you have to do your guesswork and you have to write down your business model canvas. Is that understood? Everyone? Thank you so very much. Time is over.
Tomorrow we are arranging for a group photo by 9 o'clock. Okay, you should assemble in front of main building. We can have a group photo. Right? Then tomorrow morning, first hour, we will inform who are selected for the presentations, and we will continue the next. Okay. Is there anything to share?
Not audible.
It is not audible or what? Tomorrow morning by 9 o'clock we are planning to take a group photo. So kindly assemble in front of main building. Is it clear? Yes. Is there anything to say? Do you have any queries in hostels or anything? I hope all are doing good.
By the way, some people caught me in the morning with some problem area, right? Those people who caught me, they know what I'm talking about. Those rules have not come from UHS, they have come from World Bank. We cannot help with regard to those rules. Okay. I hope that clarifies. Alright, so those people who came to meet me, you know what I'm talking about. Yes.